Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It is day 19 of RPG A Day 2017. And what is our question today? Our question is, which RPG features the best writing? So, interesting question. I don't have a lot of experience reading a ton of RPGs, so this is really going to be based on what I've read and what I can remember. And it's funny, I looked at my shelf, I looked at some of the games I have, and some of the games I've recently gotten, some of the games I've read, and haven't written any games. I did some writing, just fooling around with some stuff, from time to time. But stuff I have in PDF and what have you. I'm thinking, what really features the best writing? And it was funny. Some of the ones I thought of, I pretty much knew my answer. I was thinking about it for a few days, and I kind of knew my answer because at first I was like, man, I don't know. And I had to laugh because I got into work today. It's the 18th when I'm filming this. And, of course, Anthony Runeslinger Boyd has already made his video because he's 13 hours ahead of me right now. 12 or 13. I think it's 13. It's daylight savings time here in America. It's not daylight savings time. He's like 14 hours ahead of me. But anyhow, so he's in the future. Produced this video. I had the stack of books. And, I had to laugh because as he's kind of, building up to the book, I already know what it is. So, if you haven't watched this video, and I'm going to spoil this for you, stop. Don't watch my video anymore. Go watch this video. Come back. Okay? Because I'm going to start to mention the books, right, that he said. So I'm looking at, of course, like inspiration-wise, I bought a lot of these games because he talked about them, and I always became interested in them. So, Broken Rooms, great writing. As far as, like you said, inspirational stuff. As far as like how to play the game, something like Circle of Hands, really, it's a very familiar tone. It's more familiar than I like, or it's a little weird in a book because it really feels like the guy's talking to you, like Ron Edwards is talking to you. But really, really cool. Another book I'm really impressed with in terms of its prescriptive writing, like how to play this game, is this bad boy, Tech Noir. But I'm going to do a review on this, and I actually might produce a video before I release this one. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how my day goes. But really impressed with the writing in this book. Let's see what else. He mentioned, like, all the stuff by Paul Wade Williams. So all the AAA stuff, like Leagues of Adventure, I think was the book he had. But, like, really evocative writing in those. And plus, he just, I'll let you know, this is how you play the game. I really like the writing in things like Leagues of Adventure, too. Not one of the ones that Anthony held up, but really enjoy that. I have a special nostalgic, a spot in my heart for all the first edition Dungeons and Dragons stuff, but I can't say that's great writing. It's just Gygaxian, and I read it a million times, so I have a lot of, it kind of hits this spot in me. It's very nostalgic. I really like some of the writing, really evocative writing in Astonishing Sorcerers and Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. Jeff Delaney has some really evocative, like, little one-liners here and there, and I think it's mostly just kind of like tips of the hat to some Lovecraftian and Howard type stuff, but it makes me smile. I can't say it's phenomenal writing. Let's see what else was I thinking of off the top of my head. I'm not sure how phenomenal the writing is, but some of the premises, the ideas, and things like 7th Sea First Edition, like the setting, things like Eclipse Phase, really, it gets me like really pumped for that setting or that type of idea. However, what's the winner going to be? Now that I've kind of just talked about all these things that aren't going to be the winner, I'm going to say, and this may surprise you, and it's not because I'm a fanboy, Lamentations of the Flame Princess. I enjoy James Edward Raggi IV's writing, and it's not because it's horror or this or that, because I'm not the biggest horror guy, but just in the core book and some of the modules he's written, for lack of a better term, the free RPG day stuff I've gotten. There's something about it that's very entertaining, and it's entertaining, not just because it can be a little weird from time to time, but a lot of the writing has a specific flavor to it. It really kind of brings you into like what he's trying to get across. He can have a bit of a familiar tone from time to time, but not. It's different. And in terms of laying out the rules, how things work, it's really, really clear. It's crystal clear. It may give an example here and there, but it's just probably one of the best written rule books I've ever picked up. So for a variety of reasons, I say Lamentations of the Flame Princess has, what I'm going to call, I had to flip a coin maybe and say best writing. I mean, I could make a big, you can make a big case for a lot of those other books that I mentioned, that Anthony mentioned too. But this is right up there. So that's my vote. Lamentations of the Flame Princess. And just James Raggi himself, and not some of the other authors he has, which also have some great writing too. But let's talk about his. So that's my vote. How about that?